Did you know that one of the most highly searched faith questions online in Australia is where was Jesus baptized? Well, we actually read about the baptism of Jesus in all 4 books written about Jesus' life, which we call Gospels. Now, it's important to explain that baptism is a Christian practice that comes from a Greek word that means to immerse in water as a way of cleansing a person. The Gospel, written by a guy named Matthew, gives us the most detailed account of Jesus' baptism, with the writer describing how Jesus went from Galilee to the Jordan River to be baptized by John. Now, the John referenced here is a man most people know as John the Baptist or John the Baptizer, but it's in the Gospel written by another John that we get the best clue to the exact location on the Jordan River where Jesus was baptized. He writes that John the Baptizer was baptizing people at Bethany on the other side of the Jordan. Now, regular readers of the Bible would probably know there is another town called Bethany right near Jerusalem, but this is not the Bethany that John is referring to here. The Bethany where John the Baptist was baptizing people was on the east bank of the Jordan River, and most scholars believe the site was about 5 miles north of the Dead Sea near the town of Jericho. Part of the reason this place is most likely the site of Jesus' baptism is that it's right next to the Judean desert, where Jesus went right after he was baptized. Now, I've been to this site many times, and one of the things I notice every time I'm there is the number of white doves that nest in the area. Now, this is cool, because one of the details of Jesus' baptism that the authors of the Bible point out is that a white dove was overhead as Jesus came up out of the water. And another thing worth pointing out is that baptism in Jesus' day usually involved immersing in a pool called a mikveh, where people would go in and wash their head to represent the cleansing of their thoughts. They would then wash their chest to represent cleansing their hearts. After that, they would wash their hands to represent the cleansing of their actions. And then finally, they would wash their feet as a way of cleansing their walk with God. Now, that's interesting because when Jesus was on the cross, he bled from his head, his chest, his hands, and his feet.